I am Darius. This is Sugarless Crystals, your sugar-free destination of YouTube. And today, we're gonna do an unscripted video. That's what it is, all right? It's not going up in a blog. This is just for YouTube. And I'm gonna start something new. You know what? I'm gonna give you a little insight. This is no Sugarless Crystal shirt. Like, this is me on a Sunday that I didn't feel like doing my hair. And I had to go out. I had my little turtle on and things of that nature. But what I'm gonna talk about is my weight loss journey. You guys mind if I sit down real fast? Okay, I'm gonna sit down so I can talk a little bit, all right? This is how we're gonna do this. All right, so you may notice now my hair is done all of a sudden. See what happened? For one, my camera was sideways the whole time. Hold up, is it sideways now? Not to mention me being sideways, I was out of focus. It was just a hot mess. So, and then I was all over the place because it wasn't scripted. So what I did, I stepped back, I redid it, and I wrote a guideline for, you know, kind of like an outline of where I need to talk. So everything kind of flows right. Anyway, starting out, I was a big kid. Like, I was a fat child. I mean, kids picked on me all the time. Those same kids became adults and now they pick on people on the internet. Everyone picked on me. Like, I was always the fat kid in class. And I mean, I understand people that have been through that. That doesn't feel good at all. And I wanted to make a change. I wasn't someone who felt bad about myself because I was overweight. I didn't feel pity. I wanted to rise above that. I was always the type of person that wanted to prove someone wrong. In a funny way, as luck would have it, I guess you could say, it's not really luck because it was something bad, but I ended up getting like really sick when I was younger. And what happened was I lost my appetite. And so I was starving myself, but I was never hungry. If that made sense. I don't think it wasn't an eating disorder because like I don't know what the heck was going on. Like it wasn't because I still wanted to eat. I just didn't have a desire to eat. And so I lost a lot of weight like that. And then, it was around me hitting puberty and I started, a growth spurt, I guess you could say. And I got really tall. Like, I'm not extremely tall. I'm 6'2". I'm not like NBA star tall, but like, I'm taller than the average person. So more than likely if I meet you, especially if you're a female, I'm gonna be taller than you are. So those things kind of helped and contributed to me losing a lot of weight along with playing sports in school. Me being tall, I played basketball. But even though I lost a lot of my weight, I still wanted this ideal physique. I still wanted to look like the celebrities. I mean, because social media standards, or not social media standards, excuse me. I mean, societal standards, these models and things, this is how they tell us we should look, or this is how they make us feel like we should look. And, looking at bodybuilders and things like that, I never wanted to be like super, super huge. Like, heck no. Like, to be honest, I like my size now. When you look at me, you can tell I work out. But I don't look like a gym head, like, you know what I'm saying? And I look good with my shirt off. Well, that sounds a little cocky. But that sounds... Excuse me, I look okay with my shirt off, all right? So, but you can tell I work out. And that's how I'm still able to wear, like the Abercrombie and Fitch and stuff like that. Because, sometimes you can get too big for that kind of stuff. I still have the very model-esque physique, that's Abercrombie says, great, I have the physique of an Abercrombie model. There you go. That puts it. I'm tall and I'm slim, but I'm muscular. But back then I didn't have that, and I wanted it. I still wanted it with a very, very, very big passion. I looked and I looked and I looked for answers. Not to mention, scratching under the surface area. Me and my grandmother were very, very close. Like, me and my grandmother were closer than me and my mother. And watching her health fade, her going through cancer and then starting, having heart attacks and having issues, I didn't want to age that way. I wanted to get older and be healthier, And I don't think it stemmed from the fact of me wanting to live forever, I don't think it came from that. But, because I don't think that's pop. I mean, I have no desire to live forever. But anyway, that's... But yeah, it came, I don't think it stemmed from that. But more so it just, you know, I saw like older people and they didn't have health issues. I saw other people's grandmothers and they didn't have health issues, and it scared me so bad because I would always be like, but that's not fair. Like, it seems like I'm getting closer to losing mine, but your grandmother just seems like she's just in great shape, you know. So I wanted to be that person. I wanted to be able to go out and play with my grandkids if I have some one day. But, you know, I did continue to strive to have a great physique. So not only physique, but health-wise. So I kept searching and searching and searching, and eventually what happened was I got to a point where I continued to work out myself, and I wasn't getting the results I wanted. I was doing HIIT, which is high intensity interval training, and I love that. Actually, I had a lot of success with that when it came to losing body fat and mass, to be honest. Like, I got very, very small. But I was, man, my cardio was off the chain, man, but you know, I didn't look how I wanted to look. So it got to a point where I sought outside help. Now, I kept studying everything in that nature, but it was kind of like, maybe I need to get with someone who knows what they're doing. Someone who has worked with bodybuilders, you know, things of that nature. Someone who's worked with people who, something much further than just people that just seek optimal health, because I wasn't necessarily there. Like, being super young, like I was like, at this age, I had to be like 20, yeah, like 20, 21, maybe 21. I wanted more. So I went out and I got somebody to help me with that. What ended up happening with him was he changed my physique. Like, I started gaining muscle. People was like, oh my God, Darius, I see you. Boy, you getting all big and stuff. And I was like, girl, but but yeah, you know, that happened, and you know, he changed my physique. But when it came time to like lean out, I would never get as lean as I wanted, because I wanted to look like a certain leanness. And so I went years and years and years just continue to work out, and the more years you work out, the more defined you tend to get for some reason. You know, the more density your muscles tend to have. And I still look great, but I still never had the leanness I wanted. So one day I was working out, and a female bodybuilder that I was working out with, she was talking to me one day, and she said, you know, I know this guy who does keto. And I was like, yeah, I heard of that. You know, I did Atkins for a while, but you know, I kind of swept that under the rug. And she said, well, with him, you know, about a year ago, before he started, you know, he looked a certain way, and now, like, he's muscular, he's vascular. And for those who don't know what vascular means, it's very veiny. He said he's extra vascular. He was never any of these things before. And I was like, wow, like, you know what? Maybe keto is the route to go. Because what I've been doing, it was kind of like it wasn't low carb, it was like 100 carbohydrates a day. So I jumped into keto, not knowing at all what the heck I was doing. Like, you know, of course, like everybody else, I went straight for the bacon and cheese. You know, the dairy, you know, pouring so much heavy cream in my coffee every morning. Like, food was good though. It was tasty back then. Like, yeah, it was crazy. But the thing about it, like, the euphoria of ketosis, like, you know, everybody talked about, like, where is it? I never received that. Not only that, I was like super constipated all the time. Somebody's gonna give me an answer somewhere. So I came across on YouTube Stephanie and Tristan. Like, at this point in time, like, they were the guys. I started learning so much about ketosis and, well, keto in general, the ketogenic diet. And she recommended a book by Jimmy Moore. So I started learning through Jimmy Moore. I read that book. I started reading all these articles, and I just started learning about it. And it made sense what the issues I was having. For one, I was still trying to maintain having a cheat day every weekend. Excuse me, not a cheat day, but a cheat meal every weekend. And if you live your life that way, that's fine. But for keto, it's not optimal to cheat once a week. Like, it's not optimal. But as I said, if that's how you want to do it, that's fine. That's completely fine. And when I took that away, immediately, like, my body started to get into like this zone, and I entered the euphoria, like, oh, like, I'm thinking like, oh my God, I can see stars. Like, you know, well, I have X-ray vision now. Like, you know, I got keto vision. Phew. And I was like, yo, this is awesome. And what it did was it transformed from a diet to a lifestyle. Me going so long without a cheat day, I noticed that I didn't want one anymore. And then when I ate one, I felt really bad. Because before, when I had a cheat day, I didn't feel bad at all. I felt great, like dang, I can't wait the next week. But see, then after being keto and taking it away and taking the carbohydrates out, when you put them back in, it's kind of like, oh, like, something wrong with this stuff. You know, something wrong with this feeling, you know? Last year, I pushed myself to 6 months. This year, at the rate I'm going, I should be about 8 or 9. Because normally I cheat around, like, I'll go out of town around my birthday, and which is in September. I'm a Virgo. But I go out of town, and because I go out of town, like, I don't feel the need to cheat when I'm at home. I've had all this stuff here, like, there's nothing fascinating about it. But when I go out of town, like, you know, suppose I see something that I've always wanted to try, like going to California or wherever, or on the West Coast, I am dying to try In-N-Out. I'm gonna get me some animal style fries if I ever go. I mean, I could take me a smart bun with me. I could. And the human experience is very important, I think. For some reason, it's been like so ingrained in our culture that when we get together, we have to eat all this food and things of that nature. Like, last year was the first year on Thanksgiving, I didn't celebrate Thanksgiving in this essence of like eating a whole bunch of food and going to sleep an hour later. And them saying the whole reason that I feel bad was because it's that turkey. That's what it's the turkey. It's the turkey. Not to mention all the collard, not to mention the macaroni and cheese I had, the macaroni and salad, the corn on the cob, the potatoes, the what else? I'm missing something. The stuffing, you know. None of that did it. It was all the turkey. Just because I ate the turkey. Turkey makes you sleepy. That's what it was. But you know, everything ended up becoming like, it transformed from a diet to a lifestyle for me. And out of all the diets I've been on or tried to go on, I guess you could say, this is low carb or keto, I guess you can say, is the one I truly, truly fell in love with. I've never been able to sustain anything like this before. I mean, before I say that, what I do struggle with now is sleep. I don't sleep anywhere near where I'm supposed to sleep. Like, I wish I did. That definitely affects your weight loss and your overall health. And next is sweets. Believe it or not, keto sweets, like, you still crave those things. And it even though they're just sweeteners, like, it does something. Something's going on there. It's because when you start eating like cookies and stuff, you still get the same effect of you're just eating it. It's not to the level of actual sugar, but there's something to it. I don't really know what that is. A lot of people want a look on the inside of my life, and you know, I'm so curious about everybody else that watches me. It never dawned on me that people actually care about what it is that I do or who that I actually am. I've spoken with people through email, a lot of people through Instagram messaging, and I've even FaceTime with a couple people. And I mean, I loved every second of it. Like, it was amazing to talk to people, and they were genuinely interested in me, you know. And I mean, like, I'm not like a super open book, but I don't mind telling you about myself. And when I get a camera, I won't mind taking you out. Like, which leads me to, if anybody has any video ideas that you would like me to do, or something that I can do, like in the essence of sitting in my kitchen for right now, that I wouldn't have to take the camera out. Like, I can't do a grocery haul at the current moment. Feel free to let me know, man. I'll try to do it. Like, right now, I mean, this is my weight loss journey. This is me telling you about me and how I got to somewhat of where I am. And also, you can check out the podcast that I'm on. They are on the website also. I guess I'm gonna go ahead and cut this video because it's getting kind of long. Like, yeah, I'm sure it is kind of long. But I'm gonna go ahead and get out of here. If you guys have any other ideas, I mean, maybe you want to know, you know, life is so funny. Like, it's hard for me to narrow something down about what someone may want to know. I feel like you telling you my weight loss journey, like, it gives you insight about who I am, but I feel like people can relate to it. Cause like I said, everybody has a story, man. Some people's stories are just like amazing. Maybe something I said can maybe spark something and you feel like, hey, well, maybe that's my answer, you know? Who knows? But I'm so grateful for the ones that watched it all the way through, or even just clicked on it, because I don't think a lot of people are gonna watch this. Most people want to see the recipes. Like, even some recipes don't get many views. But let me put out a Pop-Tart or something, boy. Oh man, they be on that. If you enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up. And any other video suggestions, just put it in the comments below. Or you can email me or hit me up on Instagram. Probably Instagram is probably gonna be the fastest, but I do respond to emails pretty quickly too. I'm always willing to talk to somebody. Some people just contact me and ask for advice and stuff, man. I mean, I have no problem at all. But I am Darius, this is Sugarless Crystals, your sugar-free destination of YouTube. And I'm out.